What's up, guys? This is Michael again from Too Big Music, and today we'll be talking a little bit more about music theory. Um, I asked some friends of mine, also other musicians, to ask me some questions they would like to know about me or about my work as a producer. And this one question, what I received was about like, can a producer be successful without knowing music theory? So yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. And yeah, let me start with the genres because I believe that it might be different from genre to genre. The genre I am working in, hip hop, pop, R&B. Um, well, if you are a beat maker only, then you might get through without knowing any music theory, assuming that you're working alone. Um, some artists are also the loners and produce their own beats. So if you're really not working with anyone else or for anyone else, then probably it's possible to, just make a beat without knowing any music theory. And that's also fine. It doesn't really determine if you're successful with what you do or not. But and then there's a big but. I think once you work as a producer, where you are responsible for the outcome and the quality of a production, it might be necessary to have at least a bit of an understanding what music theory is. I can give you some examples. Um, Music theory itself is, well, maybe the common language, what people might use from different continents, different languages, different cultures, right? Because music, same as maths, maybe mathematics, that's a universal language, right? So, well, once you start working with pro musicians, like studio musicians, you would hire maybe a guitarist or a pianist or anyone like that, or you just work with professional singers. They would sometimes expect some kind of guidance in the studio by a producer. So, for example, um, if you take classical music as an example, like every violinist or every cellist, they have their note sheets, their musical note in front of them, and that's why, because they don't know the song, or um, they need to play something which is not familiar to them, which is composed by maybe you. So they would need probably some guidance, and it would definitely help if you could tell in which key is the song, for example. Yeah, and if you don't know what the key is, maybe I'll make another video for that one. Another example is some singers I encountered in the studio who received the beat initially, and they liked the beat, but then coming to the studio, they realize, oh, it's really not my range. The melodies of the beat do not match the range of the singer. That can also happen if you, for example, had a demo recording and you sell your demo to another artist, and this artist will interpret then your song. Um, and maybe the vocal range of the artist is not the same as yours. So in these occasions, a beat or a melody um, must be adjusted and transposed for like a note or half a note or something up or down, regarding depending on the range of the artist. So that's another example. Singers would want to transpose a song, and then it makes sense to understand what the artist want from me as a producer, right? So yeah, and as I said already, also like if you hire studio musicians, um, and there might be a moment where every minute counts because you hire them on an hourly rate, so you have to also pay them for an hourly rate. It's easier if you have some kind of music theory knowledge to better explain what the song is about, and as I said, what key is the song, what chords are being used, etc. So there's also kind of a demand in a situation like that to at least know what you're talking about. um, Sometimes you can send out demos or briefings before the actual recording session, but that's not always the case. Sometimes you just find yourself being in a studio with another producer, maybe co-producing on any track, and then there's this guitarist or pianist showing up, and you have the chance to have them play something for you, right? And then maybe the pianist will ask you, hey, um, is it a major or a minor song? Yeah, is the song in a major or minor key? Um, and if you don't know what that means, that is kind of dramatic in a situation like that, right? So, um, having said major and minor, that's probably also good for you as an artist yourself or as a beat maker yourself. You need to understand what emotion will be, you know, transmitted through these chords. What emotions will be called whenever I, you know, play a chord or play a song. Like, what is it? A sad song? Then probably it's a minor chord. Is it a happy song? Then it's probably a major chord, right? But yeah, it definitely helps working as a producer if you, yeah, if you have a little bit understanding of what music theory is about. And for everyone else, I mean, who is not working as a producer, maybe just a beat maker, or just, you know, as a hobby interested in music. If you know a little bit about music theory, and if you would ever decide to learn an instrument, that would probably also be very much easier if you know some sort of music theory already. So yeah, this is what I think is important in music theory, to at least know a bit. Me personally, I learned the guitar when I was a young guy, so I can read some notes and chords, but I cannot play the piano. But still, I use the piano for my production. So yeah, I have an understanding, but I'm also not fluent with my instrument. So yeah, that's why I also need to learn music theory, so that I can express my wishes or my vision for a song to studio musicians or artists or other collaborators. Yeah, I hope that was a little bit yeah, interesting to you. And if it was, please leave a like, maybe follow me or subscribe. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is too big underscore creative solutions. Too big underscore creative solutions on YouTube. You can find us under Too Big Music, and I'm Dirty 8. Peace out.